It's a new month. You know what that means. Today's video is my monthly favorites, stuff I enjoyed throughout September. And I've got one epic fail. I always like to include a failed product in things. That way you guys know that not everything I try out is rainbows and sunshine. But before getting into it, take a moment, like this video, and make sure you're subscribed and you have your bell notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, let's just start out with the failed product. Alastin Hydra Tint sunscreen was not a win for me whatsoever. As a side note, if you missed that video, I reviewed two sunscreens by Alastin. It's, you know, one of those medical grade skincare brands. I say that in air quotes because medical grade is just marketing. It's a specific type of marketing where oftentimes the products will be sold exclusively in like a doctor's office. Of course, you'll see that term put on other things more loosely, but historically that's what it's been. And I've got to say, as a way to sell products, it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes, yes, having products sold in the office, it can help complement certain procedures. I get the point. It's a source of revenue. But if you talk to docs who sell products in their office, most of them will tell you it's not a big revenue generator for them. It's not something that, you know, they're super motivated to promote because honestly, they make a lot more money doing aesthetic procedures than they do selling a face cream. So it's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And consumers these days, they've wised up. They know that it's not some exclusive, you know, doctor recommended thing that they're getting in the medical grade jargon. And that majority of these brands are owned by the same, you know, the big conglomerates that own the drugstore brands. All that ranting aside, the Alastin Skin Tint, I did have high hopes for it because I've heard good things about it. A lot of people like it. And I have come to accept the fact that when it comes to tinted sunscreens, sometimes the more expensive stuff, it does actually end up working out better. The tone is less orangey. That was not the case with this one. $60 for an SPF 36 sunscreen, water resistant 40 minutes. We're talking daily facial moisturizer with a tint. The tint was orange for me, very orange. Product pilled, no matter what I did, I got a lot of pilling. And I get feedback from people that the CeraVe tinted sunscreen is on the orange side, and I would agree with that. It leans on orangey. But that looks better than this Alastin Hydra Tint. Let me know in the comments if you're one of those people who loves this product, because for me it was an epic fail. I don't have the bottle here, I ended up passing it along to a friend who is giving it a try. But yeah, it was an epic fail for me. I do not see that the price point justifies the product. Because honestly, I've tried out expensive sunscreens that are tinted here. Many I love and adore and happily use and recommend, even though they are expensive. Because I do think that having a sunscreen that looks good on the skin, it makes a difference for compliance. An affordable tinted mineral sunscreen that is not orange, at least on me, is the Sunbum Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. I discovered that just towards the end of last year. Really impressed with it. Not exorbitantly priced, and it looks nice on the skin. It's moisturizing. But speaking of tinted sunscreens, an oldie but a goodie for me is the DRMTLGY Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. This is a product I have loved for a long, long time, and it looks really good on a variety of skin tones in terms of my experience recommending it and getting a lot of feedback from a variety of people that it looks good on their skin, whether they have a deeper skin tone or not. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to look good universally on everyone. It is basically just a facial moisturizer with sunscreen. It's a combination or hybrid sunscreen. It has zinc and octinoxate, and it's tinted. The tint is tinted. This one, in my opinion, is not orange at all. I get zero orange tint to this. It does not leave an orange hue, this product. It is more on the light tan to creamy mocha tint, and blends into my skin well. I'm wearing it currently, so you can see what it looks like. I don't have any other type of cosmetic on over it. There's no, you know, other makeup product on my face. This is all I'm wearing on my face. I have eyeshadow and mascara on, and I have some tinted lip gloss, but otherwise this is what I have on my face, nothing else. It's also got niacinamide, which some people don't tolerate. The niacinamide may help with calming down redness. It may help improve skin tone, hyperpigmentation. Niacinamide is also good for your moisture barrier. I'm back on my dermatology as of lately. I really like this as a daily facial moisturizer. I have to point this out. It has an odd odor akin to a pool float. I always have to mention that. But it's been a favorite of mine for a very long time. And a couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to travel to the Los Angeles area and visit their manufacturing facility and see it being made in person. So check that video out if you missed it, the behind the scenes of what goes into making a skincare product at Dermatology. That was really exciting to see everything. That was a really great opportunity, and I hope you guys that watched it enjoyed that video. All right, so that was an obvious win. The Verdio UV Moisture Gel. Now, I talked about this a couple of years ago, how much I love this sunscreen. It's a Japanese sunscreen, SPF 50 PA4+. It has Tinosorb S, Uvinol T150, Uvinol A+, titanium dioxide, and I believe one other chemical filter. And I have always loved this product, but they recently kind of reformulated it a bit and they put it in this nice larger size pump bottle, which is something we have been asking for in terms of Japanese sunscreens for a long time. They often come in these little tiny bottles. Anyways, this product, love the new pump packaging, but I believe they added centella to it, so centella extract, which if you watch my videos on centella, there's some evidence to suggest it's helpful for healing. It's a source of antioxidants. This product is very moisturizing. I will warn you, I wear it comfortably on my face all of the time, but it does look shiny and a lot of people don't like the way it looks on the face. But it's a great body sunscreen as well. And it's great because it's fast absorbing, it's non-greasy. Even though it looks shiny on the face, it's not actually greasy. So you can put this on the body. It's good if you live somewhere where it's still humid and you sweat a lot. It allows for good evaporation of sweat so you don't feel overheated. It's great for working out. The pump bottle, it compels you to use it more. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of psychology here, but I really, I've always loved this. I've always recommended it. And I'm elated with the new packaging. And for those of you who are new, you're looking for a reasonably priced Japanese sunscreen that is great for the body. I use it on my face and love it that way, but not everybody does. Anyways, I would recommend this. It's a fantastic product. I highly recommend it. And I love the volume that we're getting here. I mean, this is going to take me throughout fall as a body sunscreen because I do still wear shorts all the way through a majority of the year. And so I do need sunscreen on my legs. I wear shorts as much as possible because I just like it. And honestly, I find that wearing shorts, my eczema stays happy because a lot of the dyes in certain pants are a trigger for my eczema. And I just find that I am a lot more comfortable wearing shorts or skirts as opposed to pants. Like jeans, can't really do it, not a fan. I mean, I wear jeans, but they're not my fabric fashion of choice. And we all know I'm no fashionista. This is a product I reviewed for you guys this month, and I'm basically finished with it. I have we'll say one more use. It'll appear when you guys watch my fall empties. Fast forward to the future, this bottle will be in there. It is the Maelove Fade Away Brightening Serum. Now, this is a product that is kind of meant for people who are dealing with dark spots, discoloration. It may help improve the appearance of those, provided that you're using it alongside good sun protection. And it has kojic acid as well as arbutin. Now, kojic acid can help put the brakes on excessive pigment production. It is a tyrosinase inhibitor. It works by chelating copper and the active site of that enzyme, tyrosinase. Alpha-arbutin is actually a natural form of hydroquinone, a precursor, and it is thought to work by inhibiting tyrosinase as well. Watch the full review. I go into more detail about the different ingredients as far as those that target dark spots, but this product is very hydrating. Like, it has a brightening effect by virtue of how hydrating it is. I find it has hyaluronic acid. It's like a really good hyaluronic acid serum. And I use this at nighttime. You need a full dropper worth, not just a few drops, but you need a full dropper's worth. It has this green coloration There's some botanic extracts in this, but man, I actually really appreciated a noticeable difference with that in terms of just my skin tone, almost instantaneous. To what extent the actual skin brightening ingredients are effective or working, hard to say. I don't really have any active hyperpigmentation that I'm looking to clear up, but man, my skin tone overall looked a lot brighter using this product. I attribute that largely to the hydrating effects of it. And I'm saying all that because if you truly are struggling with hyperpigmentation, products like this, you know, they may lend a little bit of support to improvement, but I would not see them as like a go-to solution for hyperpigmentation or for, definitely not for melasma. I mean, melasma, I've got a lot of videos on it, by the way, if you're dealing with it, but there are a lot of factors that go in there, and a really, you know, a multi-pronged continual approach is really what's needed in conjunction with your dermatologist, supervising things, you know, prescription treatments, prescription hydroquinone, etc., etc. So it's important to set expectations from the get-go when we're talking about these over-the-counter skin brightening ingredients. Provided you tolerate it, it's not necessarily harmful. I say provided you tolerate it though, because if a product like this causes irritation for you, it can actually end up worsening the hyperpigmentation. So just because, you know, it worked out well for me in terms of this hydrating, illuminating effect, I don't want to set your expectations in the wrong direction if you are actually dealing with a lot of like post-acne marks or melasma. It may offer some support in the lightening process, but I wouldn't make the claim that it's a treatment for those things. Anyways, all that to say, I love it. And this was gifted to me, but I've been very happy with it. I have a vlog that I put out this month showing in detail how I use it. I actually apply it at nighttime alongside the timeless peptide serums. I've also still continued to use those and enjoy them. I'm really happy with them. So check that out. I've been using alongside those and really happy with that combination. Does everybody need to have all of these serums in their routine? Absolutely not. Bear in mind, my perspective, I try these things out for the intents and purposes of reviewing them for you guys, but not to say that everybody needs to have all of this stuff in their routine. Keeping it simple, cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, that's really a great way to go. Speaking of cleanser, October is actually Eczema Awareness Month. Comment below and if you have eczema. You know I do. And a source of struggle for people with eczema is bathing. It's a delicate balance. You do need to bathe, and bathing is important for not only kind of assisting in skin hydration, just by exposing your skin to some water. It does have a hydrating effect, but it can, on the flip side, end up being drying. As the water evaporates, it pulls more water out of your skin. If the water you're bathing in is too hot, well, that's going to further worsen evaporative water losses, dry out the skin. But if you are using body washes excessively, unnecessarily, or body washes that are just too harsh, that can actually be a major source for aggravating the eczema. So Eucerin, I've said this before, they don't make a bad product. And the Eczema Relief Cream Body Wash is fantastic. I think I've recommended this in some other videos. Eucerin also has a oil body wash that is divine for people with eczema, but this is more of a creamy formula, and it almost feels like you're putting on lotion. So if you have really raw and inflamed eczema, this is a good choice for bathing. It has colloidal oatmeal in it, a skin protectant, and so it's helpful for just removing any dirt, debris, impurities from the surface of the skin, cleansing without stripping. I mean, it's almost like a cleansing cream for the body. I've been very happy with this. I've been using this for a while now. You don't need very much, as is the case with all body washes. You just need a little. And I will say it doesn't really lather. It says non-foaming cleanser. There's not much in the way of lather. So just take a little tiny, this is a weird way to bathe, I know, but especially if you have eczema, just take a little bit like on your finger pads and rub it all over like an extremity. And you'll see that you don't really need much. And that's gonna help dissolve dirt and impurities. And then it'll rinse off. It'll leave the skin clean, but with minimal disruption to the skin barrier. You could use this for children too. What else does this have in it? It's also got ceramides, which are important for the skin barrier, and for people with eczema, they're often The issue there is lack of, you know, a deficiency in ceramides, which are lipids important for barrier function. That's why people with eczema have more transepidermal water loss. This is a great one in my opinion, but here's the thing. If you're somebody who really enjoys body washes, this is not going to give you that user satisfaction of like a big lather. You know, people who enjoy body washes, nothing wrong with that. You're not going to get that experience with this product. This is more something that's going to be useful for people with eczema or very sensitive skin. I mean, it's not to say that everybody can't use it, but whether or not it's going to give you that pleasurable experience that a lot of people simply seek out and enjoy, it's probably not. Just being honest, but I love it, I enjoy it, it's effective, and I recommend it. Yeah, aside from that sunscreen, not much in the way of like a frank fail. But anyways, let's move on to lifestyle products. Okay, a food find from the Amazonian that I don't know how it's taken me so long to discover this. It's this Chef's Fun Foods fries seasoning salt and vinegar. Who here loves salt and vinegar chips? My favorite chip flavor, salt and vinegar. Love them, love that seasoning. That's exactly what this is, salt and vinegar seasoning like on those chips, except you can sprinkle it on other things. Really good on your potatoes, and because you know it really gives more of the salt and vinegar type taste. It's also really good on veggies. I put it a little bit on tofu. It's amazing. It gives you that same, it tastes exactly like salt and vinegar. This brand, it looks like they have other flavors. Cheesy cheddar, I'm guessing has cheese in it. Flame grilled barbecue, garlic parmesan, again, guessing that one has cheese. Ketchup, salt and garlic pepper, salted maple, sour cream and onion, probably has dairy. Wild buffalo. This one does not have dairy. I'm vegan if you guys are new here, so I avoid the cow. This is also really good on popcorn too. I've been really into popcorn. I have this silicone thing that you can put popcorn kernels in and just put in the microwave, and it is a much better way to pop popcorn than those bags that stink up your whole house and have that bizarre fluorescent orange residue inside. And yeah, much better way, the silicone popper. As a matter of fact, I think that was a favorite of mine a couple of, was it a year or so ago, the silicone popcorn popper. I'll put it down below, I'll link it down below in the description box. Highly recommend it, it's very good. And so I've been doing the popcorn with this as a seasoning, so good. All right, I mentioned this earlier, I still wear shorts like pretty much all year, and Amazon has been my go-to source for running shorts. I run pretty much every day. I work out every day, and I just like running shorts. As a side note, like I said, pants I don't really often get along with. I'm really picky when it comes to like leggings because a lot of them just cause me to have a lot of itch and flare up my eczema. So shorts is my favorite. Okay, I discovered these shorts on Amazon, these running shorts, and I've been super happy with them. They have the lining, the faux underwear lining, if you will, which is mesh. So breathable, which is brilliant that the lining is mesh. Anyways, and I love the waistband. It's a bit compressive, but it's not like a corset or anything. So I like that because I don't like it when a lot of shorts, they have too much going on around the waistband. And when you wear a shirt over it and you don't tuck the shirt in, it just looks like, what do you have going on under there? Are you like stealing something? So I like that it doesn't have all of that junk. But great for running is that there is this little zipper pouch in the back. And there's also a little pouch in the front here in the waistband where you could put like your key or something. These have been really good. Wash them ad nauseum, and the color has not faded. There are no like little loose threads. It stayed perfecto. Here are a pair of running shorts from more of a name brand that I found on Amazon, the Champion C9. Kind of a similar design. Love this color for fall, and on the bottom, there's this little mesh detailing. You have a little bit of branding here, but it's not obnoxious with the logo. And then there's also a back zipper. And this one is interesting. There's no front key pouch, but you can actually see the elastic here. I don't know what that's about, what that accomplishes, but it's in there. It's in there, but there's no drawstring, similar to the other pair of shorts, which I also love, because drawstrings can be super annoying. They come untied, or they snake out in the wash. So highly recommend these, super comfortable. And if I didn't already mention, they too have the lining, although it's not mesh. That was everything from the month of September. I had a great month. I had the opportunity to travel to Palm Springs for the YouTube Creator Summit. That was a big deal for me, getting invited to that. And it was so cool getting to meet other YouTubers and talk to them one-on-one, because honestly, creating YouTube content, it's super fun, but it's also very, I don't say isolating, but there are certain things, questions that pop up, little things where you're like, is this really the best way to do this? Is this the most efficient way to do it? So it's nice to talk to people who actually can give you some pointers, what they do, really helpful, just people who understand the back end stuff of YouTube. I loved that. And then I also got to go to the Reward Style Conference, or LTK Con as it's now called, in Dallas. And that was fun too, meeting more content creators, mostly from Instagram and bloggers, but there were some YouTubers there as well. I got to meet Miss Gold Girl. I got to meet Lisa J Makeup, she owns the company BK Beauty. And I got to meet Lisa Duncan, who I watched for a long time as well. So that was a ton of fun for me. And I took you guys along. Hopefully you enjoyed those vlogs and went out this past weekend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this monthly favorites video. Now I have all of these saved in a playlist. If you want to watch prior months, feel free. I'll link some of them down below in the description box as well. Everything I mentioned in this video, as a side note, is linked in the description box. But if you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.